welcome back to my channel. So I cannot believe it is the last Bachelor in Paradise recap I have for you all. It has been a very fun, but very short season. I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you guys so much for subscribing to my channel and interacting with me, gossiping with me, chatting with me. I love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I so appreciate you guys coming back every week to check out my recaps. Like I said, it's been a very fun season, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know some of you guys. So this week, I was a little bit shocked. I did not know who else was gonna choose. The girl I thought he had the most connection with was not who he chose. So let's get started. All right, starting with night one, Jen feels like she's falling for Nick already, but she has her reserves because Nick has a hard time opening up. Obviously, that guy's been dumped twice on national television. I think we can all understand why he's a little bit hesitant. Tiara comes in, and to be honest, I don't know who in the hell Tiara is. And I didn't Google her before filming this, so you guys let me know down below where this chicken enthusiast actually comes from. So Nick goes down to talk to Tiara, and I guess we're all thinking like, is Nick gonna really try and go on a date with another girl right now? What we didn't know was that Nick was convincing Tiara to give him the date card so that he can ask Jen, because at this point, Tiara's got nobody to choose from. Unless she's capable of stealing someone else's guy, she's kind of SOL here. So Nick does get the date card, he asks Jen to go on a date, and he says that he really needs this. They go to a carnival where Jen expresses that she's falling in love with him and she feels like he's got these walls up. They go and see a psychic. Now, I don't know, some of you guys may believe in psychics, some of you guys don't. However, this psychic does say that Nick has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She sees that there's hesitation within the relationship. So yeah, she's basically stating the obvious here. Lauren pulls Brett aside and wants to make sure that he knows that she really is actually starting to like him. She knows she came into Paradise late, but she's very interested in getting to know Brett. He says that he has a better connection with Lauren than he did Izzy, and he really looks forward to where their relationship could go. Like I said last week, that is a good example of karma. Brett goes to Izzy, lets her know that he doesn't really have a connection with her, or he doesn't feel that connection with Izzy as he does Lauren, and he just wants to be upfront and honest. That's basically saying, you should probably go now. Izzy decides to pack up her stuff and go. She does make the phone call to Vinny on the way out because she's hoping that she could save whatever they started in Paradise. However, Vinny was not feeling Izzy's attempt to make things right, and he just said, sorry, it's not gonna work out. So poor Izzy is left with absolutely nobody, heartbroken, leaving Paradise. So Wells pulls Jamie aside during cocktail hour, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Wells is most comfortable around Jamie. He seems like he's the most down to earth, more like himself around her than he is around the other two girls. And what do you know? They start to make out. Then it comes time to Ashley, and Ashley says she feels like she knows she likes Wells the most out of the 3 girls. But yeah, when you watch Wells and Ashley communicate, it just doesn't look like it feels right. It looks like Wells is really stiff and nervous. Completely opposite of what I saw him and Jamie like. Shoshana at this point feels like she has no reason to be here. Clearly Wells is connecting with 2 other girls. So she gets up and walks away. Wells goes out walking after her, and she tells him that she just feels like she's in the wrong place and it's the wrong time, and she's not here to chase a guy and compete with 2 other girls. I completely understand what she's saying. I wouldn't want to be there competing. If you like me, great. If not, bye. Wells, I think, was a little bit disappointed because he did say he was excited to get to know her. Wells, you can't tell every single girl on the show that you are excited to get to know them. Last time I checked, you only had 1 rose to give out. Shoshana decides to pack her bags and leave as well because she's not gonna chase after any guy. It comes time to the rose ceremony, and Josh chooses Amanda. Nick chooses Jen. Grant chooses Lace. Evan chooses Carly. Brett, who just told Izzy that he has no connection with her because he's got a connection with Lauren, decides that he can't give his rose out to anyone, and he packs his bags and he leaves. And Wells chooses Ashley. I don't know about you guys, but I was a little bit shocked that he chose Ashley. I just felt like he had a great connection with Jamie. Jamie didn't come with drama. Jamie didn't come with baggage, and yet he chose Ashley. Chris then comes to talk to all the couples and lets them know that this is a serious time right now. They are about to go on their last one-on-one date. They should really have a serious talk about their future, if it's going to work, like logistically here. Are you gonna move across the country to go live with your fiance, or are you gonna do a long distance distance thing? Are you gonna start planning your wedding right away? Or are you gonna have a long engagement? These are just a few tiny things that probably should be talked about before getting engaged. It's a lot of pressure to be talking about the rest of your life with this person that you just met, what, 6 weeks ago? Nick is still super unsure about what he's gonna do. He doesn't know if he's ready to get engaged to Jen right away. Carly lets us know that she will chop Evan's balls off if he blindsides her. If you guys watched last Bachelor in Paradise, apparently Kirk blindsided Carly and left her this same exact day. Here she was thinking she was gonna get engaged, and he was thinking he's gonna leave single. Wells is feeling a bit uncomfortable when it comes time to talking about the overnight date, just because Ashley, as we know, is still a virgin, and he just doesn't feel like he is in the right time or the right place to share this moment with Ashley specifically. However, Ashley says that she is so ready, that she wants to spend this night with him. Clearly, they've got a lot to talk about. Wells goes up to Ashley and lets her know that he just feels like neither one of them are in love with each other. They are just starting out, and Wells doesn't feel exactly comfortable spending the night with Ashley because he's not really sure where this is going. Wells says he's gotta go. She kisses him and storms off. I swear, that girl cannot catch a break. So Ashley's crying. She doesn't understand why Wells would even choose her at the last rose ceremony if he was just gonna let her go that soon. I mean, she thought she was sad over Jared. If she would have spent the night with Wells and then Wells let her go the next day, I swear we would have heard on the news like, girl goes psycho in Mexico. Look at it as a good thing here. You didn't waste your V card on someone that clearly didn't see a relationship with you. So Ashley heads out. The one-on-one dates start. Grant and Lace are walking through the town. They find these bracelets that say Grace. Well, if you guys put the obvious together, a nickname for the two of them combined would be Grace. Grant, Lace, Grace. Grant feels like he needs to hear from Lace's mouth that she truly loves him. Wouldn't you want to hear that someone loved you before you asked them to spend the rest of your life with you? So I guess one of the ways that Grant is looking for his confirmation from Lace would be to get a tattoo that says Grace. Don't you guys know that when you tattoo someone's name on your body, it's like you're just jinxing that relationship? It's just like bound to end. Okay, listen, that's not a fact. That's just my opinion. But I swear to you, every person that I've seen that has a tattoo of the other person's name on their body, their relationship has gone to shit. Grant obviously went first because we already know Grant's in love with Lace. Lace was very hesitant about it, but she sucked it up and she did it. So they have matching tattoos on their wrist right here that say Grace. Nick and Jen go paddleboarding. He acknowledges that he has his walls up. He's trying to break those walls down. Carly and Evan, what do you know, get a weird one-on-one date. This date was quite interesting. I think possibly the most interesting date of this season. They did this public art where they were almost naked, painting with their bodies. Not to mention the instructor was topless. So they're sliding around with paint all over their bodies, half naked. I don't know what to say about that. Josh and Amanda play soccer with some of the local kids. Of course, she likes to see Josh interact with children because she's got 2 children of her own. Josh says that he can't wait to be a dad. He wants to step in. He wants to be a father figure, and he's excited to be part of Amanda's family. So at this point, Carly is looking for an I love you from Evan. Jen is looking for Nick to confirm some feelings towards her. Grant needs to hear Lace say that she loves him. And Amanda definitely doesn't want to leave Paradise single. All right, you guys, and now it's night 2. I'm sure you guys already know who's coupled up with who. Clearly, if we follow them on Instagram, we know who's single and we know who's engaged. All right, as you guys know, they all had their fantasy night. Why can't I ever say those words? Fantasy suite date night. There we go. We all probably already know what happened in there. Carly for sure wants the proposal. Grant feels like he didn't get a lot of the reassurance that he needed, which causes Lace to start crying. She says that she can't imagine crying the morning after the fantasy suite date night. God, why can't I say that? She feels like she can't trust the relationship anymore. Nick says he feels good after that night. And Amanda wants to wake up with Josh forever. Okay, we already know those two, nothing stopping them. They are headed down the aisle. Evan meets with Neil Lane, and if you guys don't know, Neil Lane is the diamond guy. He says that he just couldn't imagine himself ever getting engaged again. Yet he met Carly and he just knows that Carly is the one for him. Brand is feeling really insecure about meeting Neil and picking out a diamond because he just feels like he doesn't really know if she's ready to make such a commitment and spend the rest of her life with him. Neil makes a joke with Nick and says, "How many times am I gonna see you?" Nick just says that he hopes never again, but he loves Jen and he thinks that Jen is such an amazing girl. Okay. Josh is looking at rings and he just says that he knows he's got a lot on his plate and he wants to make sure that he's ready for it. He doesn't want to jump in without feeling 100%. And now it's time for the last rose ceremony of Bachelor in Paradise. Carly goes down to meet Evan and she lets Evan know that she's never felt this way before, ever. She is thoroughly in love with him. I hope Evan doesn't get upset after watching this past season, because she didn't love him a few weeks ago. But she loves him now, and that's what's important. Evan says that he's madly in love with Carly, that he wants to chase the fairy tales with her. I don't know how I'm feeling about them. And what do you know? He proposes, she's crying. They are going to live a life of extreme goofiness together. Lace goes down to meet Grant. She lets him know how nervous she is. She also lets him know, though, how much she loves him. About time. And what do you know? Grant feels the same way, and he too proposes. It's time for Jen. Jen goes down to meet Nick. She lets him know that she was ready to be a wife. She's ready to be a mom. She's in love with Nick. She's ready to explore their relationship, and Nick starts crying. Nick is definitely not in the same place. Nick said that he really deep down wanted to tell Jen that he was in love with her as well, but it wasn't there. So therefore, no proposal for Nick and Jen, which, duh, Nick is a new bachelor. Amanda goes down to meet Josh. She says that she has knots in her stomach because she knows how much she wants to marry this man. Josh says that he doesn't want to make the same mistakes, though, again, as he did with Andy, yet he's in love with her and wants to be a part of her family. And what do you know? He proposes. Of course, that girl says yes. So that means we have Evan and Carly, Grace, aka Grant and Lace, and Josh and Amanda ready to start their happily ever after. Are we all invited to the wedding? So that is it for this season of Bachelor in Paradise. I've had so much fun with all of you guys, recapping all of these crazy episodes, talking about all of these fun people. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching my videos. I love interacting with you guys. Obviously, because this show is done, I will no longer be talking about Bachelor in Paradise. However, of course, I will be recapping our new Bachelor. In the meantime, make sure you come back and check out my channel. I do post videos every single Wednesday. If you guys want me to recap anything else, if you want me to review anything, if you want me to continue and do makeup stuff, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. But as always, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. I want to hear what you guys think about the couples, who you think is gonna last, what couple you think is gonna totally bomb, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye!